Welcome to Tap That App. I'm Antoine Goodwin. This is the show where we talk about the hottest apps in the mobile space. These days, I spend more time listening to podcasts than I do listening to music. There's so many good shows about technology and cars and Android. Now, iPhone users have got it easy. Podcast management's built right into iTunes, but Google's left its podcast-loving Android users out in the cold without a native podcast subscription service. Fortunately, there are a few good podcatching apps available in the Android market. Podcatcher puts your favorite audio and video podcasts at your fingertips with a set of options that allow users to be as basic or as complex and granular as they'd like to be. If you want Podcatcher to just download the newest episode of every subscribed show, it can handle that. If you want to set the auto downloader options on a per show basis, Podcatcher can do that too. If you only want to download podcasts when your phone's plugged in and on Wi-Fi, you're good to go. This app also allows resume playback so you can pick up your shows where you left off. Now, BeyondPod offers just about all of the functionality of Podcatcher, but adds the ability to separate your podcasts into categories, so you can keep your comedy podcasts separate from your tech news podcasts. Now, categories come into play with a cool feature called Smart Play that lets the user micromanage what feeds get added to the playlist and in what order. So if you like to start your day with the latest news show, then listen to 3 comedy shows, and then finish up with the oldest episode of your favorite internet radio drama, BeyondPod will accommodate. BeyondPod also offers a tablet-optimized version for Honeycomb users. Both Podcatcher and BeyondPod are going to cost you about $7 each. However, BeyondPod is free for the first 7 days for those of you who like to try before you buy. I think that either of these apps is worth every penny if you subscribe to a bunch of audio and video podcasts. The app that'll be best for you will depend on which interface you like the best. Whichever podcast manager you choose, be sure to fill it up with CNET Podcast, which you can find over at cnet.com/podcasts. And if you've got an app that you'd like to see us tap, send it to tapthatapp@cnet.com. I'm Antoine Goodwin, and if you'll excuse me, I've got to tune into the latest episode of Tap That App. Weird.